The inspiration of the art fair is a kind of logical extension of what we do, which is basically we work with people who don't normally get the chance to show their work, and we create professional spaces for that to happen. We're hoping to present best artists amongst those that we work with, and get the public to come along, see how amazing the work is, and buy it. Today is the first day of setup, so we're getting all the stalls together. We're furiously painting boards. We're trying to get 3 stalls up together today, so it's a pretty tight timeline on that. What's been nice about the whole thing is that people have wanted to help and wanted to get involved. So we've got about 25 volunteers from different universities across London. I think the thing is, Creative Future knows that there is loads of a great talent out there on the edges of society, and usually it ends up staying in kind of rehab units and community centres, day centres. It doesn't tend to get out into the public arena. So Creative Future, the mission of Creative Future is to get the work out there.
It's very hard to get exposure, you know, and to get your work in galleries, especially if you sort of got that label of outsider artist, you know, because I haven't followed the path of, you know, going to college and uni, you know, I'm basically self-taught, you know, and proud of it too.
Simon, who set the whole thing up, is really supportive of the other artists, and it's not a typical event for art, it's not competitive in the way art usually is.
I have to say, here at the Impact Art Fair, you know, I've had great feedback. It's been really positive. You know, people have been really complimentary and about my work and interested in my work, and also everyone's work here. You know, it's to a really high standard, you know, and I'm proud to be showing my work alongside these other great artists.
The way we work is not really to engage with people's problems. I'm interested in the creativity that the person is working within themselves. We're not focusing on fixing people, we're focusing on honouring their artwork, their creativity, their writing, creating situations where they are appreciated, their creativity is appreciated. But what I love is when someone is in front of their artwork, a member of the public comes along and says, "That's great, that's just what I was feeling," or "I really relate to that, and it's a wonderful piece of work." That kind of appreciation is undeniable, and it goes in, and people start to believe in themselves as a creative entity, as a creative person.
I saw the advert in the big issue, and I was drawn to the photograph of the painting in there. So, and I thought, well, I'd try and enter this.
The big issue has been incredibly supportive as well. They helped us put the word out that the Impact Art Fair was happening, and we had a lot of artists come through Big Issue, and actually here it is on the front cover, Art's Hidden Heroes. So that's all the artists we work with on the edge of society. We've got a 3-page spread, and there's Tim Andrews, who's a lovely bloke. Was a lawyer, and then became diagnosed with Parkinson's, and he just totally changed his life.
It's an opportunity for me on a personal level, and an opportunity for the photographers I've worked with to have an outlet for their own work as well. it's not intended to be a documentation of my illness. It's intended to be a documentation of me at a time when I happen to be ill. And I think what it's shown me, and I hadn't realised this until I was well into the project, it's helped me understand who I am and how an identity is very important to somebody, and also how you present yourself to the world.
I'm Louise Wadsworth. I'm a volunteer at the Impact Art Festival. I helped set up. I was painting walls, make it look all nice and white and lovely, and also I've been sort of sitting on stalls, answering any questions from the public, that kind of thing. Lovely to speak to all the artists and the people coming to the fair and see how interested they are, and also what they're doing is a great thing. They're giving an opportunity to artists to display their work that would struggle otherwise, and yeah, the stories behind the work are amazing, and the passion, and yeah, it's been a really nice atmosphere, and yeah, it's been great.
Well, for me the fair's been an absolute success. We've had about 1,000 people visit. 900 to 1,000 people visit. We've sold about £5,000 worth of artwork, and we've sold about 33 pieces of art, so that's more than one per stall. I think most artists have sold something, which is absolutely fantastic. The buzz at the fair has been great all weekend. One of the most moving bits was a gallery owner called Owen Ward from SW1 Gallery, who came round, and he's got an incredible gallery. He was totally moved by the show, and for me, someone who's so integrated into the mainstream, sort of giving us all that compliment is just great. The idea is to make it an annual fair, and I think we've found the right venue. It works for us, and I think most people, pretty much everyone's going to be on board about doing it again, and I think next year we'll double the numbers.